What is up, Tiger fans? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be talking about the Clemson Tigers and their victory over Louisville. So the Tigers, they've clinched bowl eligibility with their 30-24 win over the Louisville Cardinals. And Dabo Swinney and this football team, they've been through a lot this year. So I think just even getting to a bowl game is very, very impressive. So let's get into the game. DJ Uyunglele, without a doubt, his best performance of the year. I was just so impressed with the show that DJ put on. Just compared to the way that he's been playing this year, he played at such a high level. 18 of 30, 220 passing yards, and 2 passing touchdowns. And I think a big thing here is that Clemson kind of had to throw the ball at points because the offensive line, it was really getting dominated. And we'll get to the defense in just a second. But the offensive line was really getting dominated by Louisville's defensive front, and Clemson just could not get a lot going on the run game. And DJ, he actually went out for a little while. I believe it's a sprained PCL, but we'll learn more about that throughout the course of the week. But DJ, he did go out for a short period of time with an injury, and in his absence came in Tyson Pumachan. A lot of people over the course of this year have wanted Pumachan to take over the starting job, but I just don't think that he's really ready for that. He threw one pass and it was incomplete, but he did have 4 carries for 33 yards. He's a run-first quarterback that's able to make plays. He's much quicker than DJ. He's able to make plays on the ground. But DJ really played a good game, had a nice touchdown run that helped the Tigers out. But overall, Clemson, another solid offensive performance, better than what we've seen at points this year. But there's still a lot of question marks, mainly on that offensive line. The offensive line really was a mess. Running back Kobe Pace, he is in the concussion protocol. Will Shipley was out for a period of time, but he came back in. So you got Shipley and Maffa there, looks like, as the top running backs for right now. But now on to the defense for the Tigers. The defensive line really did not have a good performance against Louisville. And it was really Louisville's offensive line just making plays. They played so well. And you can't ignore the performance that Louisville's offensive line put on against a defensive front this talented and a defensive front this disruptive. The performance from Louisville's offensive line was very impressive. And Malik Cunningham, he's amazing. If you have not watched I Love Louisville football this year, you really need to go through and just watch some more Malik Cunningham, because this guy, he's just so dynamic. And, if he's able to get in open space, he's so dangerous. He had 2 rushing touchdowns in this game, 22 carries, 134 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson Jr., he's going to be getting that name, and he, I believe so, has 1 more year of eligibility left, but he's just so dynamic, very similar to Lamar in that respect, where you really have to account for his rushing game. And it's really something special. He's just so quick, had 2 big touchdown runs. And this is a really tough offense to defend because they're so great running the ball, but it's not just the running backs that are able to make plays. But speaking of the running backs, Clemson's defense did a pretty solid job on the running backs, but it's just so tough to guard Malik Cunningham. He did have a big rushing game, passing for him, 12 of 20 and 174 passing yards. So Cunningham played a pretty solid game overall. And, he was able to keep Louisville in this game. He was able to generate 2 touchdowns on the ground, and he was able to generate plenty of opportunities for Louisville offensively. And, Clemson's defense, they didn't have a great game. Allowing 24 points is certainly not bad, but just compared to the standards that they've really set for this year, they just didn't really have the greatest game, probably their worst game of the year, but they stepped up when it mattered. And that's something that we've seen this defense do time and time again this year. It's been a year filled with plenty of close games for the Clemson Tigers because of the inability to put up points. Over the past few years, this is a Clemson team that's blowing out almost every ACC opponent. It hasn't been that this year, which means that the defense has had to do more work. But they have done their job and then some, and we saw that once again on Saturday night. The Tigers defense stepped up with a goal line stand in the 4th quarter at the end of the game. Clemson up by 6 points. If Louisville scores a touchdown, makes the extra point, the Tigers trail by 1. But that defensive front, they stepped up and they made some key stops. It was the linebackers just swarming to the football. Cunningham did suffer an injury in the middle of a game, so that did limit him some. But the adjustments from Brent Venables is really what I want to highlight. He did such a great job in this game. The Tigers, the offense did their job, and then defensively, Clemson was able to step it up. A couple of big passing plays on that final drive. I was really worried that Louisville was going to get into the end zone, but 4th and goal, the Tigers were able to stop Malik Cunningham. So it's just been that kind of storyline. Time and time again, the Tigers just getting these close victories. You think Georgia Tech with the goal line stand there. You had the Boston College game where BC was driving, and then Clemson took advantage of their mistake. The Louisville game, Florida State scoring that defensive touchdown at the end to end that game. And it's just been that over and over again. This defense stepping up. It's been really a great year for Brent Venables and this Clemson defense. So impressive. Once again, even though they did give up 24 points, what they did at the end of the game really just trumps all of that. So that's pretty much all I've got for this video. The Clemson Tigers, they escaped with another close victory in ACC play. They're still alive in the ACC Atlantic Division. But that's all I've got for this video. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments your thoughts about Clemson's close victory. DJ Uyunglele, he showed improvement, and the defense stepped up when it mattered. But Clemson, they are bowl eligible, going to yet another bowl game. I believe they have the longest bowl streak in the ACC because Florida State, they missed a couple years back, and the ACC, it's really been struggling in the past few years. So I believe Clemson has the longest bowl streak in the ACC. And that streak will be extended with this year's team getting to that 6-win mark. The Tigers, they improved to 6-3. Louisville falls to 4-5. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time. Go Tigers.